Yo, Charlie, thanks for the 1 year. I appreciate you. Good morning, everybody. Good afternoon, good evening. Today gonna be a good one. Maybe. I don't know, actually. We'll see. I don't know. Today can either be a really good one or a really bad one. I have been... Tell me you love Deadpool. I went to go see it. It was very good. I won't lie to... Pause. I have not slept since I last streamed. We're just gonna start off with that so that there is no ifs, ands. I was laying in bed and said, you know what? I kind of want to roleplay tonight. So we're live until I'm not. So, yeah. Anyway, all right. All right. We got a new treasonist on the board. We gotta fucking run with it. Fuck it. We start off strong. All right, let's go. Let's start another war. Why not? Good morning, everybody. What a fucking day. I got stuff to talk about. I got things to do. It'll be good. I left the house today for the first time in God knows how long. Me and a family member went to go see Deadpool, which was fun. Yo, Jenny with the 2 years. Happy 2 years. Thank you for being you, Jenny. Thank you for continuing to somehow be an anchor and keeping me fucking afloat, because holy shit. Thank you so much. Can we get a fuckload of hearts in chat, please, for Jenny with the 2 year resub? That's fucking insane. Thank you for your support. Oh, man. What a good one, man. It's gonna be a good day. So let's talk about some shit. So I posted in the Discord earlier. First off, I hope you're all doing great, doing well, and doing fantastic. And I hope you have all been well rested, better off than I've been. I tried to lay in bed 3 times today and I failed every time. So instead I stayed awake, saw Deadpool. Really good movie. No spoilers. All I'm going to say is that if you like a good Ryan Reynolds film, it was a good Ryan Reynolds film. If you're a fan of the Deadpool series, you're going to like this one. Outside of that, I came around to do a little bit of that roleplay thing. And Flop and Nana spoke earlier. Flop brought up a very valid point to the what do you call it? To Nana about some stuff. So Nana had questions. Okay. Well, that's fucking sick. I love that. Okay. What the fuck, man? I can't believe Angel did this to Flop, man. How could Angel do this? I don't know. What the fuck do you do with this, man? Fuck. Wait, am I able to get out of this? Oh no. Oh. Oh, okay. I'm out. All right, well. I can't believe Angel could do this to Flop, man. Sanguine 2.0 just started. Shit. Fuck, man. Oh my Jesus Christ. What the bro? Oh. 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 Oh my God. I love you. I will always love you. Is it? Okay. All right. Thank you, admins. Love you guys. All right. All right. All right. Maybe a little OCL it. It's all good. Cool. All right. Nice. Awesome. All right. That was weird. I don't know why the fuck that happened, but all right. Let's cool. I think we're good. We'll take it nice and slow down the highway. All right. Well, anyway, what was I saying before? We were talking about something. Oh, Nana. Flop and Nana were talking. Yeah, sorry. Sorry. Flop and Nana were talking, and Flop brought up some conversating points that were kind of specific to Nana. Flop learned that Nana might be a little fucked. Based on the evidence that they have, Flop suspects that Nana's gonna take the brunt of it, and she's okay with that. Flop learned that Nana may or may not have had the knife. Apparently she had a car full of knives. And apparently Nana was keeping a lock of hair from Chastity. But Flop brought something up that he truly believes to be possibly true. So Nana might be fucked. He believes Finley is okay, and he believes Sean might be okay. Now, there's something very in particular though. Sean has to outrun his warrant, if it is not an indefinite. He believes that Finn, there's not enough evidence to push on Finn. And while there's enough evidence to push on Nana, Flop brought something up with Nana that he said, do not tell your lawyer I said this because I was on the case. Flop said to Nana that at the time of the case being handed over, there was no physical evidence that could have been discovered that was physical as in probable cause when Flop had it in his hand. And as far as Flop knows, it's hard to tie anybody to the original scene except for Sean. Yet all 3 warrants went out relatively around the same time because they were all in order, and it was the 3 names that were brought up from Sage's statement. And Flop said, Nana, you can't say that I said this, but when you talk to Nathaniel Grayson, you need to tell him fruit of the poisonous tree and that they need to get a time frame record of probable cause for when they submitted and approved the warrants, because Flop truly believes that there was fruit of the poisonous tree with those warrants and believes that there wasn't enough probable cause based on what he remembers and suspects that foul play was at hand. So Flop is either really right or really wrong, but when we had the case, Flop didn't have any evidence to actually push anything. The only 3 names that were on there were from Sage Carter. And the 3 names that were from Sage Carter were the 3 names that were brought up, right? The problem though is that so Sean's gun, if it ever gets ran, yeah, Sean might be fucked. His warrant's probably valid. Nana's warrant is questionable as to if it is valid, because the way that they discovered the new evidence, like the lock of hair and everything, was due to what sounded like an apprehension, right? 07 Pipsqueak. Zahn is on there. Oof. Sean's warrant is still up. They dropped the other 2 warrants, which means docket question mark. Let's check the docket. When we got anything on the Department of Justice? Yeah, Flop. Oh, bail conditions were set in place for Nana and Finley. Hold on. What we got here? I'm just a T-Goblin, so I'm everywhere. So here's the thing, is that the evidence that they have on Nana is 100% factual, right? Like, if Nana was found with the lock of hair that she told Flop she had, and, you know, they got the raid from whatever, the problem is that Flop suspects possible foul play, because as far as he's spoken with everybody, nobody has actually come up with new evidence. And Flop has asked everybody, is there a possibility that something happened in a subpoena? And all of them said, no, we haven't, nothing over the phone. So Flop believes that there's not any physical evidence that would have been probable cause for that warrant to have been approved in the first place. And if there can be proof that at the time of discovery for the warrant, fruit of the poisonous tree would actually get Nana off the whole fucking murder. That's if Flop is unaware of other evidence. But Flop's going off of what he knows. And he's very, like, certain on the idea that, like, hey, there's a chance. It's a slim chance, but there's a chance you could make it out of this. And he's hoping that Grayson is willing to try and get a timeline of events. But again, Flop can't be noted to having any knowledge of this because he doesn't want to conflict out the lawyer or anyone else. He's not looking to be criminal out of this. He's just looking to pass along guidance to hopefully try and guide the case. Can fruit of the poisonous be also used if they get conflict of interest as well? No. Yes and no. So here's the problem with fruit of the poisonous. So fruit of the poisonous tree is a little bit of a weird one because how do I say this? Oh God, Balto, I'm gonna call Balto back. I'm cooking right now, and my brain. I've been awake for 25 hours. One thought at a time. My brain is not functioning on two right now. We will call Balto. Don't worry, it's fine. No, fruit of the poisonous tree, I believe, is just kind of the phrasing. It might be the actual name of the law, but you're not cooking. You're just fucking cooked. I'm fucking cooked, but I'm also cooking. Why are you live? Because I want to roleplay. Oh yeah, Black Restaurant. My bad. Thank you. All right. So, fruit of the poisonous tree, conflict of interest. Yes and no. So it depends what happened. It is easy to prove fruit of the poisonous tree based on facts and evidence in the report. It's easy to state that if something was done with malicious intent or negligently, where a warrant was pressed for reasonable suspicion and a timeline is put in place as to when the discovery of evidence was found, you can prove fruit of the poisonous tree based on the lack of evidence, right? The problem with conflict of interest is the most you can do with conflict of interest is remove an investigator from a case. But as for the evidence that is on the case, the best that they can do is put a new investigator on the case. Because it's really, unless they have actual sufficient evidence to prove that Dominic Rhodes is too conflicted, and they have clear-cut, dry evidence that states that, like, this is fact, the most they can do is say, yo, you're off the case, we're giving this to someone else. That's about as good as you know, as they'll be able to do. As for any discovery of evidence under Dominic Rhodes, that most likely will stay. Now, the only thing that'll suck is that if that's the case, Dominic Rhodes being off the case may startle whoever is taking the case over and may cause a little hiccup in the discovery part of evidence. But Flop was talking to Nana, and after he heard what happened, specifically with the fact that the reason why Nana was apprehended was because of what they could suspect to be the warrant apprehension, right? Or the warrant apprehensions. Obviously, with everything that was going back and forth with Dominic and everybody, Flop does suspect that possibly the discovery of the new evidence was negligent. If no new evidence was discovered from Flop's recollection. Could it fall under malicious prosecution? Yes. Yeah. No, I would say that this could fall under malicious prosecution. Conflict of interest, malicious prosecution, fruit of the poisonous tree, more or less. Yes, yes. So Flop told Nana, I can't help you with this. I can't even prove that I'm right because, truthfully, I don't know if I'm right, and I'm going off of what the character would know. And Flop has no fucking idea if he's right about this or not. He's literally just going based on what he remembers, and he's kind of putting pieces together as he's hearing them, and he's just trying to he's trying to put a puzzle piece together, essentially being an investigator outside of a case. So all right, let's call Balto back. Yeah, I see the dink donk.
I really gotta change your name in my phone. Every time you call, it's a jump scare.
I don't even want to know.
You're socks owner in my.
You're crow father in my phone, so.
At least that one makes sense. I do have a baby crow. I've got several now, actually. Bolvar's the father. Has been for a while.
That's cool. How you doing?
I exist.
Yeah, I'm existing right now, too. I've been awake for 25 hours.
Why are you awake?
Because I'm an insomniac.
That's such a mood. All right. I told you in a text message last night, we're not talking about feelings tonight. I just want to do something with you. We haven't just had a chance to hang out in far too long.
Truthfully, there's really not much I'm going to be doing tonight except having a few meetings with people, maybe going down to Milton, seeing how we're doing on materials, and then I'm taking my ass right to bed. If you want to sit in the car, that's fine, but I'm going to warn you, a lot of these conversations I may have to step away for.
That's fine. Come pick me up. You remember where Tiger House is?
Yeah. And Sandy?
Yeah.
All right. I'll be up there. Give me a minute. I'm going to make one quick phone call, and then I'll be up there.
All right. Do you think?
All right. I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Who's around right now? Allie. I swear to God, if my SSD crashes right now.
Hello.
Hey, how you doing?
Good, let me give you the radio.
You know what's funny? I need to go buy a new radio. Mine just died, so that works out.
Cloudbox. Perfect. No. JT got kidnapped, so we're...
Oh, fuck.
Is
he okay?
No, well, I mean, he probably got kidnapped for a job, but I'm just giving Faye my radio. Yeah.
Were you telling me that you were giving me the radio or Faye? I'm sorry.
No, I just gave Faye my radio.
Got it.
How are you?
I am... Callie, don't yell at me, okay?
Okay.
I still haven't slept since we last spoke.
Flop!
Hey.
You must have gotten to the point where, like, you're now awake again.
Well, you know what happened was I was going to get a nap before I was going out to go see Deadpool. Banger movie, by the way, but I was like,
Okay.
I'll have decaf. And then after a while, I realized I can't sleep. And I was like, you know what? It's full caffeine commit at this point. I got to just I got to wire myself on this shit. Yeah. So it's been 25 hours and I probably don't know how long tonight's going to go. But
fun, we love that.
Yeah. I was about to go pick up Balto, actually. Funny enough, he called me and said he just wanted to hang out and talk, because every time we talk, it's always negative shit. But Balto's like, none of that negative shit, let's actually just have a conversation. So I'm gonna pick up Balto here in a few minutes, but I wanted to talk with you first, see how you were doing.
Yeah, I'm doing okay. My brain is on fire.
Yeah.
It's just a hot day in Los Santos, and I just feel gross. It's muggy.
Oh, I get that.
I talked to Balto for a little bit.
Yeah, how's he doing?
He's all right. I think he wants to do more heavier crime shit.
Yeah, Balto said he was getting ready to just kind of
fucking send it.
Fucking yeah, full send.
Yeah, he's given Forte a task to do, which I'm happy for him that he has a goal. Because but no, yeah, I mean
that's good.
I want us to catch up too, but definitely catch up with Balto. Because right now I'm just doing C&E.
Oh my god. Oh, good. By the way, I had a question for you, because I talked to Nana earlier today. And I have a theory. It's a fucking crazy conspiracy, but I have a hunch that I think it may actually blossom if I'm right. So, do you know why the PD fucked with you guys at the block? Was it for the warrants?
Because they saw. Probably because they saw Nana and they got confirmation that she was there on the block.
Okay. So they saw Nana, they confirmed she was at the block, and she had an active warrant at the time, right? What evidence did they have on Nana to submit the warrant? Because I found out after that Nana had a couple things that definitely will fuck her over. Like, there's no ifs, ands, or buts. With the evidence they have now on Nana, she's definitely like getting the charge. There's no way.
What evidence do they have?
She had a lock of apparently Chastity's hair in her pocket. She said she found it at the barbershop. Apparently she got raided, and she thinks that there's a chance that one of her like 10 knives in her car, one of them could have been the one. But while I was talking to Nana, I said, what was the actual reason for the warrant? Because all three of y'all motherfuckers got warrants. So what happened? And Nana was saying that she was as confused as everyone else was as to how they got the warrants. when I dropped the...
Well,
sorry, go ahead.
Go ahead. Don't go ahead. Go ahead. Because I don't know either. All I know is Dominic Rhodes has a hard on for chastity.
Oh my God.
Because all of his Twitter things like this is for chastity, blah blah blah.
Yeah. Well.
And go ahead.
No, you're good. The point that I kind of pinpointed was prior to me giving up the case, there was no physical evidence that I personally had that would have tied me. Now, Sean, different story. He actually has something tying, obviously. But what I thought was interesting was not only... So Sean was one thing, but all three of them had warrants, which led me to believe that they should have just pushed it on Sean if they ever ran the gun. But it's a question mark if they ever fucking ran it. So Sean wasn't the only one. They all three of them got it. When they apprehended Nana, they found the lock of hair. She got raided, right? The whole thing. But the question as to if the warrant was valid is another thing, because you need... So the way that a warrant works is you need... And I don't expect you to know like all the legal side to this, but I'll try and dumb it down. Yeah, you need probable cause for a warrant. When an officer submits a warrant, it has to be approved by command, not the DOJ, but by command. Which means command read the report and went, yeah, this is enough, and checked it off as there's enough there. And I told Nana something to pass along to Grace, and I said, you can't mention my name. You can't mention that I was the one that suggested this, but just talk to Grayson about getting a timeline of evidence so you can see when the warrant was submitted. I said, because if the warrant was not probable, if there was no probable cause for the warrant, because no one had any paper trail over the phone, no other physical evidence outside of Sean's little incident was actually brought up as new evidence from what I've been told from everybody. So if the warrant specifically for Nana did not have enough probable cause outside of Sage Carter's dumbass fucking statement, then there's a little thing in the law called fruit of the poisonous tree. And
yeah, because once this shit's all done, the rest of it's all bad.
Yes.
Because if the warrant's bad, then anything found under that warrant is also bad.
Yeah. And I told Nana earlier, I said, I actually think that if my hunch is right on this, Dominic Rhodes may have, for lack of a better term, shot his load too fucking early. And shot some blanks, because it sounds to me like he was crunching for time. In my experience in the police department, when a case is getting to the wire, typically people try and crunch time and cut corners wherever they can just to get something down. And it sounds like Dominic crunched time, got something down, wasn't actually concrete, convinced command to do something, and they acted on a warrant that, from what I understand, didn't actually have enough to, at the minimum, get Finn or Nana. So Grayson needs to, again, not coming from me, needs to ask the PD for an actual specific timeline of evidence that led to the apprehension and the discovery of new evidence. Because if they can prove that there was no actual probable cause, then the whole case may get thrown out. I actually think there's a solid case that this could get thrown out. And I'm not just saying that as a theory, but, you know.
So, okay, so...
Sean, thank you for the gifted sub. Banana, how you doing?
One of the witnesses talked? Like, we only have, what, Sage Carter? So what if Ben's talked, though? Because I already know Sage had said at the race that he had been approached by the DOJ or whatever the fuck about testifying. So if his statement was taken, and what if like Ben was also taken?
So
would that be enough?
Your question is, if there's two victim statements, would that be a little bit more concrete? There would be a little bit more understanding for maybe that to be a little bit more solidified if you have multiple statements. But with probable causes, evidence beyond a reasonable doubt, right?
Yeah, and all they really had was a wrench that was tied to Shang, and not any of those three.
Yeah, and Shang didn't even get a warrant, right?
Shang didn't get a warrant, no.
Yeah, no, I have a very strong philosophy that even if they have 2 victim statements, I don't suspect that those victim statements were enough.
But what if they had Sean's gun?
So so Sean's warrant, I think if the PD ran it, I suspect that Sean's warrant could actually be the only valid one out of everybody right now.
But still not enough to be a murder thing.
He may get
'Cause he didn't actually
accessory
kill her.
or accomplice, but the argument is the autopsy report states that she was slashed, which means
Slashed. Yeah, she
Exactly.
wasn't shot. Or
they can place him
wrenched or
on the
anything like that.
scene. Yeah, they can place him on the scene, but they can't place him for the murder. They can try and accomplice it. I don't think the accomplice is going to work because she wasn't shot at all. So
No.
I think they might work off of an accessory. They definitely won't get the fucking full, and if they try and go for full, I think that's going to backfire harder than people realize. Granted, that's if Sean is able to outrun his warrant and it's not an indefinite.
Yeah, because we still don't know if that's true or not. Because the way fucking Rhodes talks, like he's even bragged about like stopping time. I'm like,
What time? The only time that man's stopping is his own at this fucking point. If he keeps talking shit, he's fucked.
yeah. Yeah, because he's, I don't know, my biggest fear is that he's gonna find a way to extend the warrant for Sean.
You want my hot take?
No, I want your mediocre, cool to the touch take. The fuck?
Okay.
Lay it.
As far as I'm concerned, as far as I'm aware, Dominic can try and pause time, but it won't buy any time back with fucking Chastity. So
That's so hot.
that's-
That's so hot. That's so fucking hot.
Jesus Christ,
Faye
it's
says,
Kelly.
Faye says something similar. I'm like, that's so hot. She says, did it bring her back? I'm like, Faye, that was so fucking baller. You have no idea. Faye wicked with this. She'll make you like hate your life, and I love that for her.
Listen, I just think that I have a theory about this, and I just, truth be told, I worked with Chastity. I thought she was a sweet person, truthfully, but you know, at this rate, you know, I have to look at it from 2 sides. I sure as shit was not about to help the PD with that fucking case because, truth be told, I couldn't get near it. I have all all of my areas dotted and crossed already for it, so I don't have to testify anyway. If Pixie has to say in it, but it's yeah, it's gonna be an ugly fucking time, I think, if it comes out. So
Yeah.
What the
Yeah.
fuck?
Yeah.
In the back?
I think my best suggestion, and just maybe I'll have a longer talk with Finley about it later, but maybe just informing and just saying, hey, make sure you ask about that timeline.
As about timeline, also, is there any like things that we should know about like this whole bond situation? Like, I don't think Nana and Finn really know what to do with this bond. I think this is the first time someone's been bonded out, actually.
Yeah, so it was mentioned that I guess Decker was looking into it for them. And there's actually something on the docket right now about both of their bail conditions right now.
Oh, so we don't know the conditions yet. Okay.
It looks like Decker's going to be the parole officer. I have it up right now. It's Officer Jackson Decker.
Hold on, Flop. Hold on. Faye, I honestly do not know in what world you think that talking over someone while they're on the See, this is what happens. This is what happens. You talk with someone who is clearly on the phone while they're on the phone, Faye. Also,
Okay, I just saw Faye a while ago.
they're on the dock. Also, Flop says hello.
The bail conditions are on the docket, yeah.
Yeah. I just like doing
dude,
shit to Faye sometimes.
Due to the gravities of the alleged charges in this case, I am setting the bond amount at $200,000.
Did you just say legitard?
Alleged charges.
Oh, I thought you said legitards.
No.
That's like that's what you call lawyers now. It's fucking hilarious.
No. Oh man, that'd be funny though.
Or what do they call them? Justices? Whoever makes the fucking legislation in this
DOJ.
fucking city.
Yeah.
The DOJ.
But it says here from Arthur that due to the the alleged charges in this case. I'm setting the bond amount at $200,000 for each defendant. Should either defendant miss any scheduled court dates without good reason, this amount will be
Bond can be
forfeited.
Yeah.
So essentially, the way that it works is they don't have to buy into a bond. I believe the bond is set, and if they break their bail conditions, then they get charged the $200,000 and they're put back in until their trial.
Yeah. That makes sense.
So
then we have like bounty hunters.
I mean, we have bounty hunters. They're called marshals.
Ain't no fucking way. Ain't no way they can do that too. Collect on bonds.
They can do
That's
fucking
crazy.
everything. Listen. Angel started threatening me on fucking Twitter yesterday, and honestly,
how do we get her fired? Like, what's that process like?
No one gets to investigate the boss apparently, but as far as I'm concerned, as far as I know, I don't think anyone can actually investigate Angel. I don't think anyone has the ability to. I don't think anyone is above Angel.
Justice still?
I don't actually know her official rank. What I do know is she threatened me on Twitter, so I wouldn't be surprised if she has my name written down somewhere just to fucking...
Do you want me to whoop her ass for you? I don't mind doing that.
I want to know if she wrote me down somewhere, so just to be a thorn in my side, which honestly, I don't really care. I know what side I'm standing on, and it's... Truthfully, God's honest, Allie, I support the people that stood for Sanguine on either side, as long as they knew what they were standing for. I understand if they went with a purpose. If you went with no purpose, then yeah, I do have a problem with that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And Angel's taking that as, I think Sanguine was a mess and everybody was a failure, which unfortunately is just not true.
It's kind of a little true on the police side.
You know what? Angel reminds me of
You're 100% right, by the way.
I lived it, bitch.
About what?
Sorry, I just picked up Balto. Balto said that's a little true for the PD side. Being a bunch of hypocrites.
Angel reminds me of the Bushes, right? Papa Bush couldn't finish the job, so he sent Little Bush to finish it up in the Middle East.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it feels like. I feel like Angel is still upsetting spaghetti about Sanguine, maybe. I don't know. This feels...
I don't think she's upset. She was proud about it. She literally tweeted a photo of her taking a selfie in front of a tank.
Oh, that's true. She's also, I think she's just not a great person to be, quote unquote, protecting the people.
Yeah, I agree as well. I learned that DJ Docking apparently used to be, I guess, either a hang-around or something with the BBMC.
Hold on, I need to make a comment. I love the nefarious meeting on the bridge vibe right here. I love this. I got quite an aesthetic. I actually appreciate it. Thank you. Keep up, criminals. Sorry, there's like 3 people on one of the bridges in like the canals, and I'm just like, that's just a cool place to have a nefarious meeting.
Oh yeah, of course. Cheesy bridge
Japanese
shot.
vibe. Yeah.
But
Sorry,
I don't
go
know.
ahead.
No,
Brittany's just confusing as shit. Like, I don't understand like how anyone would give this bitch a job. The marshals just feel like a military for the people, against the people.
I'm not an instant hater of the marshals is the problem. What made me a hater was realizing that the first 3 people to come forward and be the loudest ones to speak were Kyle Pred, Conan Clarkson, and DJ Docking. Also, their receptionist does moonshine on the side. And they were also the first people to stand on top of the hospital during a shootout. In other words, they were the first state division to commit terrorism before anyone else was able to. Yeah, it really sets a bad taste. It's a very sour taste under trying to have any lack of trust. Also, if anyone gave a shit about the economic side of what happened with Sanguine and where the PD is today, funds should have gone back into the PD if they actually wanted to see the PD succeed, not put all of our funds into 5 tanks in a fucking department that is meant to breathe down those necks.
Slay. Yes, you're right.
But yeah. So I know where I stand, but I would love to vent with you about this more, and I want to catch up with you at some point. I got Balto in the car.
You got Balto.
Yeah, so I'm gonna hang out with Balto for a little bit. Yeah, if you need anything, though, give me a call, all right?
Yeah, we'll meet up.
All right, I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Sorry, Tally called me. Oh, yeah.
Oh, God, I can hear the distant droning of a drone.
Sorry.
That shit's gonna give me fucking nightmares for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
There is left.
Yeah, I had a 45-minute twatter war with Brittany Angel last night, and I wouldn't be surprised if she has me written down on some. I honestly would not think any less of the marshals if they had me written, my name written down somewhere. She literally told me to be careful, soldier, or careful what you say, soldier. And yeah.
Oh, so we're going straight on dictatorship.
Yeah. Oh, it's bad.
Is that city speed run to dystopian hellscape 8 months, give or take?
Yeah, I give it that, give or take. It is funny though, because this all started with first off, I'm sorry, Balto, you doing okay? You doing well? Sorry, I kind of picked you up in the middle of me like venting.
You're fine. I'm here for this, dog.
Okay, great.
You know me, an absolute goblin. Vent away.
Great.
We do need to go get food really quick.
Of course. Yeah, no, I need food too. I had food and I ate it before I went to sleep, and apparently I feel like shit right now. So yeah, let's do that.
I was chilling on the block with Tally, and I gave my last bit to Faye because I didn't think I was gonna wake up, but then I saw you tweet, so I'm like, oh shit, grabbing the boy.
Yeah. So, put simply, I've been tweeting. So I found out after here. I'm gonna do a quick circle and take a slow drive just to Senior Buns, as long as you're okay for like an extra minute.
Yeah, I'm good.
I found out through an officer that was fired, Riker, and Officer Maeve, who quit behind Riker. Long story short, they hated the marshals. They both told me that you know, you're not allowed to say no anymore. I'm like, what the fuck do you mean you're not allowed to say no? They said, you're not allowed to say no. I said, can you please define what that means? And Riker was telling me that apparently Brittany Angel went to the meeting at some point. It had to be the other meeting because it wasn't a shift 3 meeting. And she told everyone in the meeting room that if you don't volunteer to help the marshals, you will be voluntold.
Oh, word?
Mm-hmm. Last time that happened, Axel Justice walked into the fucking room and told us all that we were going to war. So I have been occasionally tweeting out, you know, no names attached to it. Just if you don't volunteer, you'll be voluntold. Who replied to that tweet? No names, no quotes, no nothing. Brittany fucking Angel, the one who I never called out for saying it specifically. She called herself out and admitted to it and was like, yeah, well, you know, and I photographed everything because it was just too funny. And it started off with her saying that, you know, it's essentially to, you know, the marshals are here to essentially protect and, you know, serve as an anti-terrorist organization to crime within the island. And I was like, oh, how's Conan Clarkson doing? You know, the guy that literally seceded from the state that you hired. And her response was, I believe that people change.
Yeah, maybe if it wasn't Conan, who's literally done that shit like 5 or 6 times. I lost count, if I'm being honest.
They hired Kyle Pred. He was, from what I understand, fired.
Okay, that department immediately loses the legitimacy.
It loses all credibility right there. Then they hire Conan Clarkson. Then I find out that DJ Dawkins was trying to talk shit to me on Twitter, and I'm like, I'm sorry, who the fuck are you? Because I was having this back and forth with Angel, and DJ Dawkins started coming at me, and I'm like, who are you? And Dawkins pretty much said that I'm someone who can read and understand legislation and law, was the put simply. And I was like, okay. Later found out after that this Twitter beef, or Twatter beef I should say, had another conversation with somebody. Apparently DJ Dawkins was close with Lenny Hawk and was a hangy or whatever, or like a fucking a prospect or a hang-around or whatever, or an old lady or some shit with the BBMC, and apparently was going around and threatening people and saying, do you know who my group is? And almost started a fucking war within the BBMC. Somehow got out of that shithole and is now a marshal. Also found out through, you know, word of mouth that apparently Sherry Pie, who is the front receptionist, also does moonshine on the side.
Yeah, that's not at all surprising.
Yeah. So I was like, oh, okay, cool. So You're telling me that the marshals, the people that are supposed to be, you know, lead by example and have credibility, have no credibility, and every time they hire somebody, they lose credibility? Okay, that's pretty fucking sick.
Flop, honey, you're talking to the guy who got laughed at by the cops who were arresting me for bringing in an injured officer who'd been executed during the War of Sandy Shores because I saved her life from getting taken out back and murdered further, and I went to jail.
Yep.
For treason. Honey, we've been new that this shit been broken. When Sanguine came around, I was literally gearing up to commit treason part 2 electric boogaloo, because the first thing they told us is, you will have to let the other side bleed to death. And I said, no.
Yeah.
And it was only because I called the senator and negotiated that we were allowed to treat everybody. I've known for a very long time, honey, that this shit's broken. None of this is a surprise to me.
Yeah, I keep checking to see if I have a warrant, because I suspect that Angel was making some pretty insane, like, kind of loose threats toward me. And I could almost guarantee you, based on the power trip that the marshals are, I just head popped. Okay, I'll go fuck myself. Woo, okay. Who needs roleplay when you have 5M crashing? I'll go fuck myself in the ass. We love that. I should probably stop screaming. I have a new neighbor, and he does not like me. I need to... hold on, actually. I'll make sure I shut this. If not, I'm probably getting a noise complaint. I'm getting a noise complaint. There's no doubt about it. All right. Yeah. I think it's important to note, just in general, because I guess I haven't really talked about, like, the Sanguine stuff. I guess Flop's just been cooking about, like, what frustrates him about it. But the reality is, Flop supported both sides of the war. He did not agree with the war, but so long as you went to the war and you returned with an intended purpose, Flop respected your reason to go. If you went to the war and had no idea why you went, neighbor sounds like a little, yeah, I mean, will not confirm nor deny. Oh yeah, new neighbor. His name's Kevin. His name's not actually Kevin, but he's a Kevin. Time to hand some foam. You know what's funny? I try and use foam to, like, block it out, but it's just, it's hard. All right. Did everyone crash? Nope, just my dumbass. But yeah. Flop has no problem telling anybody that, you know, hey, listen, in trying times for the war, I support if you went with actual heart and purpose. But if you went maliciously with the idea that you had no idea what the running theory was for why you went, Flop just thought you wasted it. Hey.
Hello.
Sorry, I just felt like jumping out of the fucking car and sleeping in the middle of the goddamn
I'm telling you,
road.
The marshals heard you talking shit, so they
I woke up today, I was driving down the highway, and the highway ate my car, and I fell into the abyss of ocean, and I immediately screamed, Brittany Angel, how could you do this? Oh, dude, these marshals keep fucking me up. Every time I have a migraine, I'm just gonna say, sorry, the marshals got me again.
That's the best way to go about it. Turn that shit into a meme, because that department is already a meme. Oh, man.
Sorry, the marshal shot a fucking... shot a dart at my neck, and I passed the fuck out.
I was saying, you want to take Brittany Angel's prosthetic arm and stick it in toilet?
Oh, God. You know, she was talking earlier today, too, on Twitter about how she lost her arm in the war.
I was deaf for like 3 months.
Mm-hmm.
I was got assassinated because I was deaf.
Listen, I'm just deaf naturally, and that shit sucks.
I was already hard of hearing, and then it was just, do you understand how fucking weird it was?
What's up,
to be
Racy?
riding around the city and to hear nothing. Shit fucked me up, dog.
Oh, I could only
Shit was
imagine.
weird.
By the way, thank
Shit
you guys
was
for all the
weird
love
as
and all the
fuck.
resubs. Lexi came in with the resub
could
as
see
well.
lips
I'm so
moving,
sorry if I
holy
missed
shit.
it. I didn't see. But
Yeah, I haven't even seen it yet. I hope it's cool.
I said, well, is City awake?
I'm not sure. I haven't seen her.
Oh, what's your name?
I'm Rin.
oh man.
What's your name?
I'm Cherry. Nice to meet you.
So in the
Rin.
PD's eye swap
What
is a
is it?
dirty terrorist for believing that if you
Fuck the
didn't go to
berries.
Sanguine for anything more
Barry?
than just shooting
Cherry.
people.
Oh, Cherry. Okay. That's a fun name. I like that.
Yeah.
Very kawaii.
Hey, how you doing?
There you go, guys. Enjoy your food.
I go.
Bye.
Hello. Can I just get 2 combos and 2 extra drinks, please?
Sherry,
Okay.
how much do I owe you? I feel bad making you pay for that.
I gotta take this call real quick.
Yeah, do you think?
There you go. It's on.
Hey, what's up?
Hi, she's seeming very eager to talk.
You know what's really funny? I did a double take about 5 minutes ago. I saw a black Seminole come off the highway, off of Olympic toward like Legion Square, and Ziggy said that she was last seen driving a rental Seminole.
Yeah.
There you go.
It was definitely a female. I couldn't tell what she looked like though. 1 second. Hello, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing okay. Could I get a
Sorry that happened to you.
2 combos and 2 extra drinks on top of the 2 combos?
Do you ever get the extra drinks? Because I never get the extra drinks.
I do.
I never get
There
the
you go.
extra
It's on the
drinks.
tablet.
Thank you so much.
So I think it is.
Ooh. Yeah. So there's a lot of chaos happening at the hospital, so I have a
going?
perfect excuse to
Thank
kind
you
of like
so much. I appreciate it.
Existing in this time and place.
to like.
The
Enjoy your
best.
food.
Good. Just
Thank you. Have an amazing
Oh,
day.
Oh my
yeah,
God,
you
you're so
too.
chip
I
and
I mean, that's understandable.
crisp today. I don't like it.
I've been awake for 25 hours. Last time we spoke, I still haven't
Oh.
slept since.
What in the hell is? Oh my God.
I'm not proud of it. I never said I was happy about it.
No, but you're just like, oh my God, have a really fantastic day.
Listen, in these trying
That's
times,
what you sound like.
sometimes you gotta have either a really shitty poker face or let people think that you're having a great day, but really deep down inside you want to just bash your head into a fucking brick wall.
Right.
Wouldn't that be a
okay.
really good
Hmm.
poker face?
I mean, it depends. It depends how you look at it, I guess. Sorry, I'm in the car with somebody. What's up? So she's eager.
Yeah. But there's
Eh.
chaos at the hospital right now that I'm kind of weeding through, so I don't know if I'm
What?
gonna get.
Kind of chaos.
Beverly Brecker's body got brought back.
Brecker? I don't know if I know a Brecker.
Well, anyway, somebody stole it,
What is it
and
with the city
they
and stealing corpses? I will
they
never.
brought it back, held a gun to a doctor, and said
Oh,
perform the
that's-
autopsy properly.
What the
Mhm.
fuck? Yeah, okay, that's
And then
That's definitely how that
the
works.
chief of police
Daisy.
was questioning how did the doctor know that who took the body. when he called them personally because they were on the emergency contact list, and he only let in the people that he contacted on the emergency contact list. And she was questioning, "Are you sure? I don't know if we can verify that." She was having a hard time understanding that that could, it just, it just visuals, it wasn't good enough because it could have been somebody else. It was the weirdest thing. It's the weirdest shit's happening right now. I'm not having faith in whoever the chief of police is listening to
You can come in.
what just happened.
Yeah.
She's like, "Are you sure? Like, are you sure that was who it is?" Because, I mean, the doctor has the name of the person because two people were on the emergency contact list that he contacted, and they showed up, and he knows them. Check ID. We do that. Let them in, and they were the two that took the body, and cops were there and witnessed it. But yet she's still having a hard time